Om.
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Mahopanisad, chapter 4, mantra 69. To gain Atma-jnana, a life lived with dharma-charana, with righteous conduct as recommended in the Vedas, is indispensable. An adharmic person can never hope to gain Atma-jnana because the life of adharma denies that disposition, the state of mind, which is indispensable to gain the Atma-jnana. As you know, Shuddha Antakarana and Chitta Aikagra. Pure mind means calm, composed mind, having intense degree of vairagya. Then Chitta Naishchalya, single pointed mind, mind which has got the power of single pointed concentration. This is imperative to gain Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana. An adharmic person can never hope to get such a mind. So therefore, it pointed out that one has to desist from many things to get such disposition. Read Navirato.
नाविरतो दुश्चरितात् नाशान्तो नासमाहितः नाशान्तमनसो वापि प्रज्ञानेनैनमाप्नुयात्।
Enam prajnanena enam apnuyat. Enam duscharitat avirataha na avirataha na avirataha. Duscharitat sandhi there. Duscharitat na ashantaha. It should be that way. Sandhi. Duscharitat na ashantaha. Na asamahita. Now take Anvaya. Anena, not anena. Enam. 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 Duscharitat avirataha na. Avirataha na apnuyat. Last word. Na apnuyat. Then ashantaha na apnuyat again. Ashantaha na apnuyat. Asamahitaha na apnuyat. Na apnuyat. Ashanta manasaha va api na apnuyat. Prajnanena apnuyat. Prajnanena apnuyat. Who cannot get such knowledge? And by what means this knowledge can be gained? The both things are told here. As I told you, this appears in Kathopanishad also. Enam Atmanam or Brahma. In this Atmanam. Such a person cannot know. Apnuyat means cannot gain. Such a person cannot gain Atma means such a person cannot know Atma. With that person, number one, Dushcharitat Avirataha Anuparataha. One who has not withdrawn from Dushcharit. What is Dushcharit? The karmas which are prohibited by Vedas, the Shruti and Smriti. Pratishiddha, what is called as Pratishiddha karma? Pratishiddha, Shruti, Smriti, Vihita, Shruti, Smriti, Avihita. Vihita means enjoined. Avihita means not enjoyed. Not only not enjoyed, positively forbidden. So therefore, Dushcharita means all acts that are not enjoined by the Shruti or Smriti. Not only that, Shruti and Smriti have positively forbidden those karmas. They have condemned those karmas. So, Pratishiddha, which are Pratishiddha karmas, forbidden karmas. By who? By Shruti and Shruti, Smriti and Shruti, Avita. They have not enjoyed them. Means Papa Karmana. It means sinful acts. Acts that give rise to the result of sin Papa. One should not indulge in. See, at times it happens. This person had taken in the past lives, had taken to sinful deeds and very powerful. By some kena prakarena dharma sanyogena, by some good luck, or some punya, he took to spiritual life. Honestly has taken, sincerely has taken. But as he proceeds, his progress will come to a halt, and it's as if a stay order, and he will have to clear those very powerful karma, papa karmas. Once that is exhausted, you will gather the momentum for spiritual progress, because such things cannot be avoided. Even the Ishvara will not interfere. He said, I will give you capacity to go through, but you will have to go through it. So such a thing. That is what one such a person, one who has not desisted from the sinful act, Dushcharitat Avirata. Then Ashanta Manasa, Ashantaha na apnuyat. Ashantaha. That is one who is Indriya Laulyat Anuparata. One who has not withdrawn from Indriya Lolata. Laulya. You know means what? Hankering for everything. Desires are so effervescing. This desire, that desire, No, you've seen a street dog, especially villages, etc., moving from here. While doing that, it doesn't know what it does. It just stretches the tongue out. Tongue is hanging. Always, maybe hungry also is there, but there is a style, the nature of the dogs. Like that, moving here and there to get this and that, etc. So much mind is agitated because of the effervescence of the desires. So such a indriya laulyat anuparataha. One who has not withdrawn from such insatiable thirst for sense objects. Such a person cannot gain this knowledge. Asamahitaha. Asamahita means anekagramanaha vikshipta chitta. Samahita means one whose mind is composed in samadhi. Here asamahita means vikshipta chitta. Person whose mind is always agitated. Why? Anekagramanaha. The mind is scattered in hundreds of things. This I want, that I don't want, and always preoccupied with that. There is no peace of mind. Vikshipta chitta. So that nowadays, 5 days we are working days. And nowadays is that means the working has become such an extent, they have to really means what? Work very hardly. I don't know in India, but for America, etc. Even foregoing sleep and all that, rest and all that. And what they do? They get so much fed up. The moment weekend comes, what is weekend? Saturday and Sunday. They run here and there. Somebody said, they run here and there weekend to get relaxed, but return only weekend. Spelling is same, but the words are joined. They go for weekend for relaxing, but by the time they return, they are weakened. Why? The mind is so agitated, they want to get rid of that, and they think this is the way to get out of that. Anyway, so here such a mind which always agitated cannot hope to gain the Atma Jnana. Ashantamanasaha. This person has no agitation in the mind, but means he is samahita chitta. Earlier one is asamahita. This person is samahita chitta. His mind is not agitated, his mind is calm, it is composed, yet, so that is what is samadhana phalarthitva. He has taken to some practice, let us say japa. As a result of it, his mind is not agitated, it is composed, but he wants the result of that japa. His mind is centered where? On the result of what he does. Such a mind also, because mind is always what he wants to get. For example, Ravana was a great example for such. You know, he's not an ordinary upasaka. He's a great upasaka. Even his intestine he removed and offered. See how much. But he was interested in the results. So that is the case. Even such person, because mind is preoccupied in what he wants. Through that particular, what is that? Sadhana. Such person also cannot hope to get Atma Jnana. Ashantamanasaha. Ashantamanasa means vyapruta chitta. Vyapruta chitta means the mind is always preoccupied in something or other. Always preoccupied in vyavahara. Vyapruta chitta. So what happened, in the Bhagavata you find in Hausa Gita. Sanat Kumar, etc. approached who? Brahmaji. They wanted an answer to some question at the highest level of dhyana. Now Brahmaji is jnani, He knows Shastras. He has given the Vedas, etc. And yet he was unable to answer it. Vyasa remarks, Vyaprata chittaha. Because his duty is what? Creation. The mind was so much preoccupied in the matters of creation, he was not able to give the answer. Vyaprata chitta. Mind so preoccupied. Mind was so preoccupied. So that is Vyaprata chitta. So that is such people, Ashantamasa, enam napnuya, cannot gain this Atma. The question is, who can gain Atma? Prajnanena enam apnuya. Prajnanena. Prajna here is Brahma Sakshatkara. Brahma Sakshatkara. Prajnanena. Prajna word has got many meanings, but here it means Brahma Sakshatkara. Wherein Akhandakara Vritti also has dropped. And what remains is Atma, and Atma alone, its self-evident nature. This subtle samskaras of Antakarana will be there, but they are necessary because otherwise we will not have that knowledge in that Antakarana. That you will not be able to get knowledge there, but for practical purpose, all that is there is Atma Swarupa. In Yoga Vasishta, Bhagavan Shiva, by teaching to Vasishta, gives a very beautiful example. See, all that you have to seek is Atma as it is. Presently it is what? Has become impure as it were, tarnished as it were. That was as if got mixed with something that you have removed. For which an example is given like this. See, a child taking 2 pieces of charcoal, innocent child playing, rubbing each other. While rubbing each other, what happens? That charcoal piece gets powdered and it goes, what happens? Each piece goes on wearing out. Now, what is the condition of his hands? All soiled, all black. And when it gets exhausted, he keeps that and then what? Washes. But that child is habituated to play like this. Again, it starts and again it washes. The hands never become totally clean. Now, while doing so, finally what happened was, both charcoal pieces got worn out. Then it washed the hand, but there is the child could not get any further charcoal. Then their hands are what? In their original pure form. Like that, Atma or Swarupa, Brahma, is denied to us because of avidya. This avidya has got one sattvic ansha, other tamas ansha. Sattvic portion and tamasic portion. Rajas is there in between. Okay, that's fine. We are concerned with these two. Sattvic portion is able to, Sattvic portion is antakarana shuddhi, chitta naishalya, etc. It is that when the jiva, with the ignorance, the tamasic portion, with the help of sattvic portion, takes to Shastra, Acharya, Upadesha, all these things. It is just like rubbing 2 pieces of charcoal. Then it says, Then Shiva says, while doing for a sufficiently long time, as if Kakatali Nyaya. Kakatali Nyaya means it is like this. A sudden, unexpected, accidental occurrence of something, as if without no reason. Actually, it is not without reason, there is a reason for that. But it appears as though without any reason, sudden, accidental appearance. What is that Kakatalinaya? It is looked in many ways. A crow was sitting under the palm tree. And what happened? There is a palm fruit fell down on his head and the crow died. See, accidental. It is not it's karma phala is there, but appearance it happens. Other way saying that it was sitting there, a branch fell down and it died. Third way of looking at that, a crow was sitting on a palm thing or some tree. The moment it sat there, the branch got broken. Can the weight of a crow break a branch? No. The branch was on the verge of collapsing, breaking. At that time, the crow sat down. So, like this, as if an unexpected, accidental occurrence, Satvikansha, Tamasikansha, both get worn out and dead. Means what happens is what is that? By past punya and the present effort, that his sadhana has come to a fructifying point, and it appears as though suddenly, it appears as though suddenly. What happens? Gone, avidya gone. What remains is Atma Swarupa, which is self-evident. That is what is called here as that Pradnya. Brahma Sakshatkara, wherein that Akhandakara Vritti also has dropped down, avidya gone, one Atma remains what it is. So therefore, by that Pradnya only one can gain. That's why in the second chapter, while commenting on the Siddha Pradnya portion, Samahitaha, that Samahitaha means that with that Samadhi, used there, Bhashyakara says, Viveka Pradnya Samadhi. By Atmanatma Viveka, where Pradnya is there, such a state is there, that's Samadhi. In contrast to Jada Samadhi or Andha Samadhi, where Samadhi is there, Viveka Pradnya is not there. So, by that only one can give. So therefore, by Shanta mind, a quiet mind, unagitated mind, that is mind which is in the very peaceful condition, that only Brahma can be gained. Brahma can be gained. Shanta manasaha Brahma prapti. Person who has got the Shanta, Shuddhanta Karana Shanta Manas, only can gain the Brahma Prapti. Continue.
Tad brahmanandamadvandvam nirgunam satyachidghanam viditva swatmano rupam na bibheti kadachana.
Tad Brahmanand. That Brahmanda. What is that Brahmanda? The one which is quite opposed to Dushcharit. He is that person who is that Dushcharitat Virataha, who has withdrawn from the Pratishidha karma, from forbidden actions. Shanta Manasaha is one who doesn't know Papa karma, and he is a Shanta Manasa. Shanta Manasa means he is not riddled with desires. Samahitaha means mind is not agitated, it's calm and composed. Then Shanta Manasa, he doesn't expect the result of the means taken to have the Shanta mind. Then Shanta Manasa, mind is not preoccupied in anything. It may be good things also. As far as this is concerned, that also is a vikship. Such a person with that. There's Brahmananda, he gets Brahmananda. Brahmananda is what? Nitya Triptyatmaka. We get Ananda, but have you got Tripti? Have you got Tripti, contentment? I saw one board of a farsan shop, sweets and farsan. Tripti. You go and eat things there, will you get Tripti? Neither you will get Tripti because you feel like there are many items are there. You feel like eating this and that. Not the shopkeeper will get Tripti because what? Even he gets good business, he wants more and more and more. And name is Tripti. No Vishaya Sukha can give Tripti, the contentment. But this one is what? Nitya Triptyatmaka. Ever contentment. Ever contentment. Nitya Triptyatmaka. And it is Advandvam. Free from Dvandva. Dvandvas are the pairs of opposites. Sukha, Dukkha, Mana, Apamana, hunger, thirst, like this. Heat and cold, like this. The pairs of opposites which always agitate our mind. In the winter we complain, oh, so cold, so cold, so cold. In summer we complain, so hot, so hot, so hot. In monsoon we complain, pouring, 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 pouring. With such a mind, what can you gain? A mind which is, these things will be there because you have got a body. So long as you have a body, these bandhavas are bound to be there because that's the world. But if you go on reacting like this, that mind in a state of flux, of changes, complaints, cannot gain the knowledge. So therefore is there here Advandvam. This Brahma is that with Advandva, where Sukha Dukkha, pairs of opposites are not there. Why? Srishti is not, Prapancha Upashama. Upadhi is not there. Prapancha is not there. Dvandhas are in Prapancha. Nirgunam, free from Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna, which gives rise to Sukha Dukkhatmaka Samsara. So there is Nirgunam, Satyachid Ghanam, which is Satyachid Ghanam. Always Satya. Satya means what? Avitatha. never subject to change. Why? It is free from false, inert jagat. Any change is in the inert jagat, false inert jagat. It is free from them. And what is it actually? Chidghanam, homogeneous Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Where will you go to hunt for Chaitanya? Really strange. Without Chaitanya, we can't live. We can't do vyavahara even for a moment. But we are so preoccupied in anything and everything other than Chaitanya. And if Chaitanya pointed out, it becomes a great news for us. This is of samsara. Discard other things. Focus your attention on Chaitanya, free from all drashya prapancha. You discover yourself in Brahmanandam, Advandam, etc. Chidghanam. That Chidghana is Swatmanaha Rupam Viditva. That is our Swarupa. Everyone's Swarupa. No exception. Whether a dharmic person or a dharmic person. Whether a saint or a sinner. Man or woman. Animal or bird. But they have no capacity to know it. But humans have got the capacity to know it. Provided if they take to proper means. Swatmanaha Rupam is the real nature of Atma. Viditva Sakshat Kritya, having known directly, that person na bibheti kadachana. Patantara, other reading is there, kutaschana. Both are applicable. Never, never is afraid of, means get subjected to samsara. Never, never, kadachan, na kadachan. Then na kutaschana, not on account of any entity in the creation. See, there may be a source of fear, but you are not in contact with that. You have no fear. But at times it may come. But here, there is no occasion. There is no question of getting any fear, nor is there an occasion to be for the cause of fear to remain there. So both kadachana, kutashana. Taittiriya, first it is said, kutashana, kadachana, but it leaves the cause of sorrow intact. Kadana, kadachana, never. You cannot get subjected to sorrows. Continue.
Paratparam yanmahato mahantam Swarupa tejo maya shashvatam shivam Kavim puranam purusham sanatanam Sarveshwaram sarvadevairupasyam.
After the mantras, sloka, you have to add there, iti jnanataha tadeva bhavati. There are a phrase to be added, devai upasyam iti jnanataha tadeva bhavati. Jnanataha tadeva bhavati. That Brahma is what? Parat Param. Superior, exalted, more exalted than any entity that is superior, most superior and exalted. The most superior, most exalted entity in the Srishti is Hiranyagarbha, Prathamajaha, the firstborn entity. This is superior to Hiranyagarbha because Hiranyagarbha has emerged from this Brahma Tattva. Parat Param. Yat, whatever that entity who is what? Parat Param. That is greater than the greatest Hiranyagarbha. Mahataha Mahantam. Any entity you can conceive of is a big, say, Akasha. Relatively all pervasive. But bigger than this is what? Brahma. Para Mahataha Mahantam. That is greater than the greatest that we know. Swarupa Tejomaya Shashvatam Shivam. Swarupa, true nature of all. Tejomayam, Jnana Swarupa. Here, Teja is not light as such or fire. It is Nepti Tattva, which was earlier told us what? Chit Chaitanya was told. Chit Ghanam. Chit Ghanam was told. 70. So Chit Ghanam, like that is what? Is nothing but self-evident knowledge principle. Chit Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Shashvatam, ever existent principle. Shivam, Mangala Sarupa, Ananda Sarupa. Kavim, not poet. Literally, Kavi means Krantadarshi. The one who knows all the past, in the sense, one who is Sarvajnaha. One who knows everything, because all knowledge one can get provided knowledge principle Atma Brahma illumines it. You think you keep something secret, but you can't keep secret from Ishvara. Before you could know, he knows it. How? Whatever is secret has cropped up in your mind as Antakara Vritti or not. That Antakara Vritti needs to be eliminated by who? Chaitanya. Who knows first? Chaitanya is aware. Afterwards you come to know the individual with what identifies body, Ahankara one has got. So here, Kavi, one who is omniscient, Puranam, not old or ancient as such. Pura apinavam, aduna apinavam. One who is ever new, free from time. Of course, books, etc. will decompose, that's a different thing. But the knowledge is always fresh. It never becomes old, though it is ancient in nature. Puranam, Purusham, Purnatvat Purusha. One is full and complete. That is what Purusha, that is Chaitanya Rupa Atma, all pervasive, is full and complete in the sense Paramananda Swarupa. Sanatanam, ancient in the sense free from time. Kalatita, Sarveshwaram, Sarvanam Ishvara, the overlord of all. That is what? Shiva. See, the particular way you will find in Puranas. If you take to Vishnu Purana, Shiva is highlighted as the Paramatattva, ultimate reality. If you take Shiva Purana, Vishnu is highlighted at the topmost. Perfect diplomacy is there, not rubbing each other. Not that way. Both are one and the same Parabrahma entities. But because of the likings of the devotees, two forms are seen, Vishnu and Shiva. That is how, otherwise it is what? Left itself, free from upadi, free from embodiment. Satyachit vihadam, Satchit. Intense Satchit only. Satya Atma Brahma. Again, Kavi. Mahata Mahanta Swarupa Tejomayam Ashashvatam Shiva. Whose Swarupa, real nature is Tejomaya, knowledge principle only. Maya Shashvatam, ever existent, which is free from time. Shivam Ananda Swarupa, Mangala Swarupa. Again, that principle is like this. Kavim. We have seen this, Kavim Purana. Kavim Purana we have seen Purusha. Purusha is two ways. Purnatvat Purusha. One is full, complete in the sense, one who has no desire, one who has no want, one doesn't lack anything. Ananda Sarup Purusha. Or Purau Ushati the Purusha. One who abides as I in the Puri, the embodiment. As we have got our body with so many apertures, that is considered the fort as it were, a Puri as it were. The master is Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. Sanatanam, that is Chirantanam. Ever existent principle, never get destroyed. Sarveshwaram, Ishvara, overlord of all. And it is the entity Sarva Devaihi Upasyam. Upasyam, adorable, worshipful by all the deities. Think of it. The deities are such that they are worshipped by others. They have got many powers. They can bestow on you many boons. What is the award? This is adored by all devatas. All devatas. Because without their blessing, no one can do anything at all. A mature person knows their role. Immature, ignorant person that I do all these things. But not the case. We should be thankful to all the presiding deities for enabling our all limbs, sense organs, organs of action, not only that, mana, buddhi, chitta, etc. If that were not the case, this body will be a dead mass. We are able to see with the eyes because the blessing of sun is there. Who gives that capacity for eyes to see? When the prarabdha gets over, sun withdraws that power from the eyes the person is not able to see. And this Sarveshwaram is the Ishvara, overlord of entire Srishti, in whose presence the Srishti continues. It is born of Ishvara, merges back in Ishvara means Brahma, and continues to be in Ishvara Brahma Sarupa, Sarveshwaram. And this being the case, Sarva Devaihi Upasyam. Upasyam is what? Adorable by all devatas, all the deities. Now, who is great now? Deities or this principle? This principle. They depend on that, this principle. They derive the capacity to function from this principle. And being grateful, they are devoted to them. They offer worship to them. Same thing is told in the Taittiriya, etc. Vrudarnaka Taittiriya. Bhishas Madhvata Pavate, Bhishodeti Surya, etc. Why? Because of whose fear. Fear means command, law. Sun rises regularly, sets regularly, without any mistake. Bhishodeti Surya, Bhishas Madhvata Pavate. Wind so powerful, but it does its duty like that. The one way, not actual fear, but that lawgiver, one who enforces the law. Now, see, all this pursuit of Vedantic pursuit is meant for what? To gain moksha. It is summarized in two phrases. What is bondage? What is moksha? If we know, it will be clear to us that what should be taken to, what should be given up. So what are those two phrases? We'll see. Read.
Aham brahmeti niyatam moksha heturmahatmanam dvepade bandha mokshaya nirmameti mameti cha mameti bajyate jantuhu nirmameti vimuchyate.
Brahma aham iti mahatmanam moksha hetuhu niyatam. Brahma aham iti mahatmanam moksha hetuhu niyatam. Dve pade bandha mokshaya nirmama iti mama iti cha. Mama iti jantu badhyate. Nirmama iti jantu muchyate. Vimuchyate. According to Jnana Mahatmanam, Jnanis, great sages who are Jnanis, according to them, this is what is called as moksha. What is that? Brahma aham. I am Brahma. Iti, this Mahatmanam for Dhyan is moksha hetu. Hetu, the means of moksha is what? Niyatam, fixed, definite. In the sense, Jnana is know for certain that the means of moksha is knowledge that I am Brahma. See, it is not simply repeating I am Brahma. Whatever that you refer to as I, do you experience or not? Yes. Through antakara vrittis. And I get related through ahankara. Now, I am Brahma. Do we know this with present mind? No. At the same time, I am Brahma should be necessarily experiential. Because I is always self-evident. And when it is self-evident, whatever that I is must be self-evident only. And it gets denied to us by avidya. Would that be the case? Says, niyatam, definite, as in moksha hetu, means of moksha. To be aware of ourselves, to be the Chaitanya, which is Brahma, that is moksha. If you have not understood this, the Upanishad gives us an equation or a formula, very easy to remember. Continue. We are ready, no? Dvepade bandha moksha. These two words or phrases become the cause of bondage or cause of liberation. Not simply words, that disposition. The disposition which is described by these two words or phrases. It becomes what? It leads to bandha or moksha. Dve pade, pade words. Two words are for what? Bandha mokshaya means bandha mokshaya dvepade bhavataha. These two words happen to be indicating bandha and moksha. What are those? Nirmama iti, mama iti. Order has to be reversed. Mama iti padaha bandhaya. Nirmama iti padaha vivokshaya. Mine, you say, not mine, you say, pray. Easy, no? You say mine, 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 mine. Does it make any sense to you? You know, mine, 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 what is the kind of thing? We take everything with our earlier notions. That can be something else also. What we see by itself may not be truth. I just came across one this thing. Illustration given by Kathakara. In a train, father was sitting with the son. Son was about 19 years old. It is a real story or imagined story, whatever it may be, but it conveys that what meets the eye need not be true. There must be some reason. So we should not be too hasty to pass remarks without investigation. Father with the son was in the front seat, in front of them, one couple was sitting, husband and wife. They were moving. In between, the son was saying, see, daddy, see, that tree, how beautiful it is. See that house, how beautiful it is. See that lamp post, how beautiful it is. Of course, father responding, yes. But this couple could not tolerate it. What is this? A boy of 18, 19 years wondering about an ordinary tree, ordinary house, a lamp post. But they kept quiet. But this continued. Then they told the father, better you take your son to a doctor. The father said, that is exactly what I have done and I am returning from that. What? This boy was blind from the birth. But because some special this thing, last 1 week, in the hospital, they did surgery and he got the vision. And now we are returning. We got discharged, we are returning. The couple was what? Stunned. Observation. 18 years boy, 19 years boy, talking like this. Truth is other way. So that is the case. So here, Nirmama is moksha. Bandha. No, mama, that is bandha. It appears to be strange. How is it possible? See, iti dvepade. You may say, see, we take whatever that belongs to us as mine. Whatever that doesn't belong to us as not mine. What great deal is there? What are you talking all about this? What something strange is there? Tell me, when you say mine, there must be me, I, and that belongs to I, that is mine. What is that I? Come on, specify now. According to us, who are in the state of ignorance, what is that I? Body. And whatever body belongs to body is what? Mind. There's a mistake there. Body is not I. Whatever that belongs to body cannot be I. This is a truth. We take for granted that this boy is an 18 years old boy. Should have common sense now. By this time, he should be mature now. No. Means we have committed a mistake here. We have overlooked something. What is that we have overlooked here? This body cannot be I. When told, oh, then you know, that boy had undergone is born blind And now vision is restored. So therefore, first problem lies where? Taking the body as I. So therefore, it is bandha, moksha are centered on mine or not mine, mine or not mine. What is what will be told in the next line. We'll see.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ